Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author rudramohapatra, saying from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. As my book on medical astrology, titled Golden Rules of Medical Astrology, is under printing and is expected to come up in January 2025. I am now starting a series of lecture on medical astrology. I always say medical astrology is a discipline. If you want to enjoy it, you must be aware of, well versed with human biology, that is, human physiology and human anatomy at one end, and with the healing crystals at the other. I am not promoting crystals, but medical astrology, unlike our matrimonial astrology, is very well developed in West also. Shiva. So there are writers of medical astrology in the West, and it is developed in the West also 3 or 4 centuries back. While in our case it is Sri Sarvartha Chintamani or Sarvartha Chintamani by Venkata, which was translated into English by Jagannath Bhasin and also Professor Suryanarayan Rao. While medical astrology are given a little bit comprehension. So here is a discipline, medical astrology, where doctors are coming, Western astrologers are doing excellent research, so that, or that's why, you should have a knowledge of human biology. And as you know, in Western astrology, crystals, the angel stones, like Rudraksha, the Shiva's Anga. Here it is the angel stones are mostly used, and crystals are healing stones. They can be used in medical astrology. So, personally, I am not belittling, I am not promoting. Personally, you should have knowledge of human biology and healing crystals to understand or to enjoy medical astrology. Today, I will say you about blood pressure. We'll describe some of the leading diseases, blood pressure. Blood is associated with which planet? So any Tom and Dick Harry will say it is moon. Fluid is moon. Yes. So you take a bath in the fluid and you start you just a temporary runny nose. Oh, I just take bath in the cold water, so my nose is running. Okay, Napana, let's have a cup of green tea. Connection of moon. Moon directly associated with water. Full moon day, long tides. New moon day, no tides. So it is moon. Now let's understand blood. If you centrifuge blood, nowadays there was a machine, handmade machine of centrifusion. You have to take the blood, you have to collect the blood, and centrifuge it by hand. Nowadays there are machines. When you centrifuge blood, you will finally see that red blood corpuscles, RBCs, they are at the bottom. The rest you see is the water, blood only. You put some saline water and then you centrifuge it. You see, I put this much blood, only this much red are coming. So those are RBCs. RBCs are assigned to Mars. Red blood corpuscles, they are associated with Mars, with white blood corpuscles, WBCs, which are for your immunity. Those are associated with Sun. The serum, or known as plasma, or the water substance of the blood, is associated with Moon. And in the blood, it is 70% plasma only. Without that plasma, how can your blood will flow? So primarily it is Moon. Even though whenever you talk of blood cancer, you have to consider Mars. Because this is the uncontrolled growth of RBCs is blood cancer. Now, we are talking of blood pressure here. Reason or cause of blood pressure? Uncontrolled thinking. You call it stress, you call it distress, you call it anxiety. I call it uncontrolled thinking. God has given you a limited brain power. You are not using it in a controlled way. Somebody has said you something, you are thinking. Somebody looked at you in some fashion, you are thinking. Somebody say you something in love, you are thinking. The so-called love, I'm thinking. I'm not saying the compassion of Lord Krishna. So overthinking. That is why the medical term is hypertension. If that will persistently you think something which is creating one kind of uneasiness inside you, will not allow your blood pressure to down. You can look for Google how it is blood pressure, what is systolic pressure of heart, what is diastolic pressure of heart, how if there should be a interval in the systolic and diastolic pressure. If the interval is very very high, that is high blood pressure. Shiva. Moon is the manokaraka, or moon is for mind. If in the horoscope moon is afflicted, the best way of affliction of moon is Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. I'm not belittling or but insulting these three planets. For me, these three planets are as well good planets like others. Natural malefic like Sun and Mars. That's it. But here, Moon is best afflicted if it is with Rahu, if it is with Ketu, if it is with Saturn. With Ketu, Moon is okay, where your thoughts are controlled. But Rahu and Saturn, if Saturn is aspecting Moon or in conjunction, Saturn is in 29 degree Moon is in 2 degree of same zodiac sign. They are not in conjunction with each other. Please consider conjunction with 1 or 1.5 darshana. That is 10 to 15 degree. Beyond 15 degree, you should not consider it as a conjunction because they are two different side of Rasi. So anyway, if Saturn is aspecting Moon, Saturn in conjunction with Moon, you will become melancholic. You will love to stay lonely. Ketu in conjunction with Saturn getting a special Shiva. Ketu in conjunction with Moon having a special aspect of Saturn, that person will be extremely introvert and melancholic. Introvert is okay. You can be introvert like me. Staying in my own chamber, doing the sadhana, go for reading, making a video. Hardly anything to do with the society. But if you become melancholy, you will feel bad of being lonely. You will regret your aloofness. That is bad. That is melancholy. A kind of psychiatric ailment. But if Rahu is with Moon, you will become nostalgic. Oh, he said me that. Oh, that happened. Only not nostalgic, you will also become futuristic. What will happen to me? More absolutely uncontrolled thinkings, Rahu and Moon. Apart from that, if Moon is in the sixth house or Mars is also in sixth house, it is adding to your blood pressure along with an afflicted Jupiter. Because Jupiter, if afflicted, it will give you the blood vessels cholesterol. The subcutaneous cholesterol is also the subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous, that is the fat below your skin. It's also allotted to Jupiter and also cholesterol. Those are ancillary. But keep it in mind, afflicted Mars, afflicted Jupiter will add to your blood pressure. It will not reduce it. They may aggravate. If looking at the position of Sun, you can say whether it will be go for your heart attack. Please always look for whether the prime significator planet, like for blood pressure, it is Moon. It is in the Navamsa of sixth lord, that is it in the Rogamsa, or it is in the Navamsa of the eighth lord, that is in the Siddhamsa, or it is in the Navamsa of 12th lord, that it is in the Vyamsa. If it is in the Vyamsa, that blood pressure will gradually clear you. It will give you some other elements too, like mild blockages in your brain vessels. I have to recall a lot. So, if not, it's only like melancholic thinking. Moon is in the Lagna and Saturn is in the 11th house, giving one aspect, and Moon is with Ketu. Then it is very good for your yogic practices. I always say that the esoteric astrology completely goes in contrast with the general astrology. If that is the case, you will have blood pressure. Sometimes you have to reduce the medicine also. Like we are taking this tell me kind now, make it tell me kind 20, make tell me kind, skipping the days. Blood pressure is not going to hamper you. In the contrary, if Sun is good, if Mars is good, your blood pressure will be absolutely under your control. Finally, all the sufferings or physical sufferings, mental sufferings, or the marriage rings, pardon me for this, what you are really regretting in this life are the outcome for you of your past life karma, that is prarabdha. Here planets are only indicator of that. Like I say, this is applicable to all the discipline of astrology, and medical astrology is not an exception. Do not think that during the because my birth is on the Purnima day, that is why I am suffering from the blood pressure. If it is a Purnima, then there will be heavy blood pressure inside me. There is impact of moon and sun on our daily life. It is extremely strong. So it is not, I cannot dissociate here. But whenever we'll talk of like disease of Saturn, there Saturn is not directly hampering that, though even the cosmic rays, the Western astrologer, they are saying that how the cosmic rays from the planets they are hampering your health. Well, that is one side. But here I am saying that this is all your karma. You have neglected uh, the signification of moon, so that you are suffering from blood pressure. I am saying that it is not the direct impact of planets and you for which you are suffering. No, it is in your horoscope. If your sun is very, very good, even if you will always spend your time in the AC room like me, not even a small ray of sunlight a day, not bad things will happen. But if sun is afflicted, just due to some of your bad attitude, bad action towards your father in the past life, or lives to say, sun is weak, sun is afflicted, then you will suffer in this life, like heart, bone, sun signification. Anyway, so whenever I'm saying weak or afflicted, please consider the affliction here. Inimical sign, inimical conjunction, or in the no, sixth lord, sixth house conjunction, sixth lord conjunction, sixth house placement like that. Sadabala just indicate that if the planet in concern is very, very strong, then its effect will be little bit less. I mean negative effect. Because a planet, if it is very, very strong in Sadbara, it indicates association of Purva Punya with that planet. Planet is weak in Sadbara, planet is Nicha, and planet is also in the sixth house, finish. That is going to be a chronic and severe disease for you. So always try to understand the karmic pattern associated with the planet, say it the general astrology or medical astrology in specific. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you have some observation, some sharings, which the viewer can read and be benefited, you can share that. Do not write any negative, any positive comment. Like said, it is very good lecture, no need. That can be evident from the views I'm getting. If any informative comment, always welcome. Well, This is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I'll come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.